Looks like we're just waiting for Alder Figueroa Cole. We'll give her a minute or two.
I just resent her invite, so hopefully we'll see her soon.
Thank you. All right, let's call to order the Finance Committee meeting of Monday, July 12th, 2021. And Dave, I'll ask you to call the roll.
Council President Abbas,
Present.
Alder Verveer,
Here.
Alder Carter,
Present.
Alder Furman,
Present.
Alder Figueroa Cole,
Here.
Alder Curry,
Here.
Mayor, you have quorum.
Thank you. I'll ask our tech facilitator to read our instructions.
All right, welcome to our virtual meeting. If you lose connection at any point during the meeting, you can reconnect by clicking the link or calling the number in your original email. Members of the committee, if you're able, please activate your video when you're speaking and keep it on for the duration of the meeting. Staff, if you're able, please activate your video when you're speaking. In this meeting, panelists have the ability to mute and unmute themselves. Panelists also have the ability to add pronouns after their names if they choose. Please do not alter the current naming convention. Please just add text after your name. Please use the raise hand feature when you'd like to be recognized to speak, ask questions, or request a roll call vote. Staff, please use the raise hand feature when you're asked a question. The chair will do their best to call on committee members in the order in which hands are raised. Lowering your hand will take you out of the queue. Members of the public who have registered to speak, the name you entered in Zoom must match the name you entered in registration. You will remain muted until called upon. Staff will tell you when your time is up. After speaking, a member of the body may ask you a question. If you need to share documentation with the committee, please send it to the email listed on today's agenda. Mayor, the floor is yours.
Thank you. We have no public comment on items that are not on the agenda, so that will bring us to disclosures and recusals. Are there any disclosures or recusals for items on today's agenda? Alder Curry.
Thank you, Mayor. I need to recuse myself from item number 7, file number 66228, due to working for an agency recommended to receive funds.
Thank you. Dave will note your recusal from that item. President Abbas.
I would like to recuse on agenda item number 3, file number 66226. As I know personally, sustained day in work and thereafter, then because of my day job, sometimes I collaborate, so I will recuse myself.
Thank you. Dave will note that recusal as well. Are there any additional disclosures or recusals on today's agenda? Right, seeing none, I had just had one agenda note for finance staff. Because we do regularly use a consent agenda in Finance Committee, I think it would be good for us to note that on the, I was going to say printed agenda, but the formal agenda, so that members of the public will expect that we would use the consent agenda format.
We usually do. I think we just missed it this time. So.
Okay, that's what I thought too.
Yep.
So just want to double check that that gets put in.
Yep.
So speaking of, let's move to the consent agenda. I will note that we have 3 registrants on item 8, all in support, all available to answer questions, but not wishing to speak. So just keep that in mind. Are there other items that others wish to have separated from the consent agenda? Alder Verveer.
Thank you, Mayor. I believe agenda item 21 should be referred to our next meeting to await the recommendation from the Committee on Employee Relations. Should I separate that for a motion, or can we do that as part of the consent motion?
Thank you, Alder Verveer. I was going to get there, but yes, we can do that as part of the consent motion. So without objection, the motion on item 21 will be to refer to the Committee on Employee Relations and then to the Finance Committee's August 9th meeting.
Thank you. And if I could make one other comment or two on the consent motion that I presume the President will make momentarily. I certainly want to congratulate Dave on his well-deserved reappointment, our first agenda item. And then if I could just take this opportunity to share with our friends at the TIF staff team that we still need a minor correction to the project plan for proposed TID 48, which is agenda item number 14. So again, no need, Mayor, to remove 14 from the consent motion. Just a friendly reminder that we need to correct the blocks of West Wash that are in the project plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Alder. It is generally our habit to separate the confirmation hearings. So why don't we at least do that, since it looks like we're headed to a full consent agenda. But are there any other items that alders wish to have separated, or any other notes for today's consent agenda? Seeing none, President Abbas, a motion on items 2 through 22 on today's agenda.
Move the motion to approve the consent agenda with recommendation.
Is there a second? I believe Alder Carter is seconding.
Yep.
All right, so moved and seconded on items 2 through 22. Is there any objection to recording a unanimous vote in favor? Seeing no objection, record a unanimous vote on those items. And then on item 1, which is the appointment of Dave Schmidtke for a 5-year term, another 5-year term as a finance director. I'm very pleased to submit this appointment and pleased that Dave hasn't run screaming from us yet. Are there any questions for Dave? Seeing none, President Abbas, a motion, please.
Move the motion to appoint Dave Schmidtke for confirmation of a 5-year term as a finance director.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Or is there any objection to recording a unanimous vote in favor? Seeing no objection, we'll record a unanimous vote in favor. Congratulations, Dave. You made it over one more hurdle. And there are no other items on our agenda. So President Abbas.
Move the motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's moved and seconded to adjourn. Is there any objection to recording a unanimous vote in favor? Seeing no objection, we are adjourned. Thank you all.
I was waiting for an objection. Have a good evening, everyone.
Have a good night.